How did you find your work experience? Was it through InPlace? Was it through LinkedIn? Through contacts that you know?
It was through NTU. It was mentioned specifically as an option because there was quite a tight deadline for getting applications in. From there I jumped onto InPlace and read about it, decided it was something I'd like to have a go at, and I put my name forward for it through there.
The one with Travamigos I found through InPlace. It was just a case of going through the website, seeing what I thought looked interesting, so I found that through there. The Italian cooking placement I found through one of my lecturers who emailed me about it and thought that this would be a good experience for me, so I thought I'd give it a try.
We were told to think of things in society that aren't necessarily publicised that much, and so we thought things like mental health, gender and sexuality, things like that. So we studied how they were portrayed in the media and tried to advertise them and raise awareness.
I found it through NTU, yeah.
I found my work experience through NTU InPlace. Had lots of support from the employability team in lectures.
I found my work experience on InPlace.
Yes, we did. We did peripheral voices. So it was more like hidden voices, and our author was very, very good because he, focused on books such as racism, and we were able to expand our topic and really just dive into what we wanted to say.
So fortunate enough, the Trent Bridge one was through Kevin himself. He quite literally went up to me at the end of one lecture and I'm thinking, oh God, what have I done now? Max, look, I have an opportunity here at Trent Bridge. We know you like your cricket. You turn up every day talk about cricket. We can't get enough of it. Do you want to work at Trent Bridge as a placement opportunity? And I thought all my kingdoms had come at once, and my second placement back at school was through my old head of sixth form and everything, and I've been fortunate enough to be offered some sort of placement there in the long-term future as well.
Can you tell us a bit about the organisation you worked for and your specific job?
Yeah, they're a very kind of finger on the pulse type organisation. They tackle pertinent social issues, and they have exhibitions and things like that, and events that they host that reflect those themes for the time. Our writing was based on themes of a similar ilk.
Travamigos is an organisation that created a travel app for young people so that they can meet up with other people. They can organise a trip together dependent on what country they want to go to, what interests they have, if they want to look at culture, an adventure holiday. I made several advertising videos for that app, mainly geared towards students, to try and get them to use the app while travelling solo abroad.
I was the marketing manager, so my role was leading the social media team. I was kind of in control of them, and so I'd be sending out invitations to asking people if they wanted to come to our conference, and sending out advertisements. So we came up with like a poster, and then we put that all over the internet and asked things like the student union if they could advertise it and things like that.
So they're a small company, like I said, and they're based in Nottingham. So Asim, my boss, the guy that runs it, he set it up because of his children playing with the beads, which are here. He wanted something that would like connect without the water and the ironing, like hammer beads that we used to play with. And my job as in-house journalist was, it was all about like listening to what he was saying on his podcast. He'd talk about different issues and he'd talk about like the toys themselves, and then I'd have to write it up, sometimes in a fun way and sometimes in more of a formal way.
Chicks is a charity that provides country holidays for inner city kids. So the children who go on these breaks are between the ages of 8 and 15. They might be living in poverty, be young carers, or be victims of bullying or abuse. My role was to help provide a safe environment for the children, supporting activities, sitting with them at meal times. If they needed anything in the night, then they would come to us first and would help them.
They are a toy company that they make toys sort of a cross between Lego and hammer beads. And my job role was a podcast and video editor and producer.
So I was a presenter, so I had to work with a teammate of mine to conduct the questions. So I had to, for example, go to everybody and ask, what question do you want? What question do you think is most suitable? And make sure that I edit out and structure out the questions to make sure that they were suitable on the day, and that Pete Kalu, our author, would be, ready and suitable for it as well.